What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today we're working on a boat, a Volvo Penta, and what we're going to be doing is this cover right here. We're going to be changing it, and the lines that runs to the trim right here. This is the kit right here. They do have installation instructions. First time I've ever doing this, so you may have to bear with me a little bit on this. But the guy I've been working with, he's told me a lot of tips on doing this and stuff. So, but you might start seeing more boat material on the channel because I am starting to do a little bit more boat stuff with him. But I'm still doing cars, so don't worry about that. But there wasn't really any videos on this that he said that he could find either. So I figured, why not show a video on how to do this. So what we're doing is we're actually replacing, like I said, this housing that holds your fluid and these lines that runs to your trim rams right there. And first thing you want to do, make sure you have it all the way up, and then turn it all the way when you're looking like you're sitting in the boat, turn it all the way to the left, and then it's going to be right here, and you'll have 4 lines runs to it. And these have these ground wires where the updated one has it mounted with the lines, and they run with the lines and all that stuff. So looks like it does a little bit better than what the other one has it. So like I say, this is instructions. I kind of looked over them and read over them. Comes with this little packet, 2 zip ties, 2 tiny little O-rings. You see those? They're real tiny. And yes, I am filming on my phone right now because my batteries are dead on my camera, of course. But here's our piece. That's the back of it. New gasket. Those nuts on the inside, you will have to take those off because they actually go into the pump assembly, I believe. But you have to take those off. There's 2 O-rings behind it. Make sure you don't lose those O-rings. And then you see those little ports right there. I think there's 2 O-rings that I showed you in that pack. That's where those go. But here are new lines. Your fill port is right there. I broke that loose before I brought it out, just to make sure that it would come off a lot easier. But I'm gonna get y'all set up so we can show y'all filming this and make things a little easier. I do have y'all where I can set y'all up on my tripod. All right, so before we begin, make sure you ratchet strap up your trim up. That way whenever you take this off, it's gonna wanna fall. Because you're relieving pressure on it, so it's going to want to fall down. So the guy I've been working with, he told me just use the right strap, tied up off the cleats up on the corners. I'll kind of show it to you, just right there. So you got it underneath. I just kind of went underneath the impeller. Kind of set y'all back up. But tools, I'm gonna go over them real quick. Tools you're gonna need, got a drain pan right here. You're gonna need a 10mm. You can use ratchet, a wrench, whatever you want to use. I prefer a ratchet because you're not gonna be able to get a wrench in there too well. But get a ratchet, 10mm. You're gonna need a 3 and a 4mm Allen socket, Allen wrench, something. And then you may need a pair of pliers and a 17 because the fill plug, which is right here, I'll show it to you on this one. That little fill plug right there, that is a 17. And I went ahead and broke it loose before I brought it out here, just because I wasn't sure how tight it was. And then on the back side of that too, there's 2 little 10mm nuts that help holding these little O-rings in. You gotta take those off before you do put the new one on. But we're going to start taking these off. And once you take this off, you're gonna lose pressure, and that's why you want to make sure that you have it lifted up. You can use a jack, you can use a ratchet strap, whatever you want. want, just make sure that you have it where it's not going to fall down on you, because you need it up to access all this. And as I said before, this is my first time doing this as well, so you're going to have to bear with me a little bit. Haven't really worked on too many boats in my life, but hey, whatever can expand our horizons, right, people? And these bolts right here hold like a little cover for the lines anyway. There's going to be a ground strap right there. And I want to drop that in my drain can because I was going to show it to y'all. That is that little cover that was right there. I do recommend using some gloves, because when you do this, you're gonna get fluid all over you. And it's basically like power steering fluid, people. I'll move that out of the way. I don't know how those are held in. I guess it's just like some that's just like pressure related, but you have to take them bolts out no matter what. And then you're going to have 6 perimeter bolts that hold on the cover, and those are 10 millimeters. But the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead, and right here there is a line that runs, and that's going to be your hydraulic line pretty much, and you'll have to use a 4 millimeter and get that Allen out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out, and then I'm probably going to take this out too as a cotter pin. Oh God, that's a stout cotter pin. The reason I did that is because there's a Allen head bolt underneath here, and you cannot get it without doing that. And you have to do the same thing on the other side, I believe, too. But I'm gonna go ahead and take these 2 Allen bolts out, and then after I get those off, I'll show you how the lines come out. All right, so we got this line right here out, and this back one has the ground strap on there. So, and the back one has this bracket, where the front one had the longer bracket. Just remember which way they come out. Make sure you don't get them kind of confused and all that good stuff. And also, right here, you'll have to push on the lines. Push forward, and you want to squeeze this little tab piece in. It can be a pain in the butt sometimes. Come on. There we go. Pull that, and that just goes around your wires. Like that. Now, like I said, just remember which way all of this goes. You want to make sure you have them routed the same way, and make sure you know which lines go to which side. Now that we got this side done, all you're going to do is repeat the process on the opposite side. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go rinse and repeat on the opposite side of this. All right, I pulled my wires out, or lines, I guess you can call them, and these 2 right here, they go to the middle. They go to the far side on your left, and then I think that's, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know my terminology yet, but I think that's port side, and then starboard side I think's right, or the outer 2. Here is the ground wire. You do not need that one, but there is another ground wire up in here that you need to keep, because that has to bolt to that middle bolt on above the fill port right there. So now, next step we're going to do, we're actually going to take these 6 bolts off and go ahead and start pulling the housing off. And those are 10 millimeters. You may need various size extensions and stuff like that, so you may even need a swivel or something. Don't know, but just kind of go off with what you have. These shouldn't be all that tight. We torque to 10 Newton meters. I don't know if we will be able to even get a torque wrench in on some of these. I will need a shorter extension for all of them on the left side of it. And I know this is probably reaching different clientele than my normal subscribers and viewers. Some of y'all may not be interested in boat stuff that are already subscribers. Some of y'all may be interested in learning how to work on your boats. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Especially stuff like this that does not have a lot of content out there. There it goes. Oh. And then this top one right here, well, middle one I should say, has a ground wire on it. Make sure you put that one back on. That's one that stays. The other one that fell into the drain pan, you don't need that one because it comes with new ground cables for that. That should be the last bolt. I don't know if this just goes off or what. And the pump may still be attached. I don't know. No. And there you go. And like I said, those are your big O-rings, and they just go right around in there. They kind of recess down in there. The little ones you're gonna put on the pump housing or the pump itself. And there is like a little O-ring on something else. I'll show y'all real quick. So right there's an O-ring around that too. It does get hung up on that, and you will have to kind of wiggle it to get it to come off, and you'll see that little port right there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull those 2 nuts off. Then I'm going to put these 2 O-rings that are in there. You can kind of see them right there. So you may need a pick, you may not. You may be able to just pull them off with your fingernail or something like that, but I'm going to use a pick and go ahead and run in and grab it and go ahead and pull those off, put them in there, make sure they're in there good, and wipe off all this stuff too. I'm going to kind of clean up the surfaces and all that good stuff.